Good morning. I did it. I spent my first night alone in the woods. If you missed my last video, I'll link it below. But long story short, I'm on my very first solo camping trip. I did it. I slept good. I slept like a log, actually. I didn't wake up at all. I stayed warm all night, and I didn't hear any scary noises. And yeah, a little chilly this morning. Not looking forward to getting out of the car. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna lay here for a bit and then get up and start making some coffee, maybe. And some steamy windows. Not a bad view to wake up to. Oh, I just had quite the wake-up call. Forgot to unlock my car before leaving, and so the car alarm went off, and I kept hitting the alarm button to turn it off, but really you're supposed to hit unlock, so I just lit up the whole neighborhood. Oops. Right, thought I would try that trailhead a little bit. Got my coffee. Not gonna do anything too crazy, but go hike down there and see what's down there, because I honestly have no idea. Alright, so I'm heading back to camp. That was quite a beautiful little walk to wake up to. This little trail is incredible. So I guess let's talk plans for the rest of the day. So when I get back to camp, I think I'm going to cook some breakfast. I'm not super hungry. I don't really want to, but I know that if I don't, I'm gonna regret it later. And then change, get ready for the day, and then probably start packing up and getting out of here. I've got a 4.5 hour drive to my next location. Yeah, I mean, we don't have much time again, so I'm excited for the next location. It's gonna be totally different terrain. All right, so clearly I've changed. I feel like a new woman. I did a little baby wipe shower, and that was necessary. My hair is... it is. Whatever. At least dry shampoo gives you the illusion of being clean. Anyways, it's about time to start packing up. The trailhead's getting kind of busy and I need to get going, so I'm gonna pack up the car. It's raining again. But I have most of the stuff packed up. That's why I did the moonshade last. All right, the car is all packed up. I do want to leave the campsite better than I found it, so I'm gonna pick up some trash that I saw that other people left here, and then we're hitting the road. All right, we're on the road. I just said goodbye to the campsite. I'm quite sad, actually. I love it there so much. Like, a piece of my heart will always be there. But there's more to see, more to do. I've got quite a long drive ahead of me. I'm leaving later than I should have. It's about 11:30, and in typical Katie fashion, I took my time in the morning because I'm not a morning person. But, you know, so it looks like we're going to be arriving at the next location about the same time that we arrived last night. So, which was okay. We still had plenty of daylight to get ready and cook dinner and stuff. So, that was fine. But yeah, onward. All right, and the terrain changed just like that. We're now in the desert. Lots of like mesas, I think is what you call it. I'm about 3 hours and 17 minutes away from my next destination, and should arrive around like 4 o'clock, so that's a pretty good time, I'd say. Perhaps could get there a little bit later than that if I decide to stop somewhere, which I might, we'll see. So I've never been to this area before, at least that I can remember. I do think I was there when I was a kid, but I don't really remember it. It didn't leave an impression on me because I was just too young. So I'm really excited to go back because this is definitely one of the most popular places for people to go visit when you live in Colorado. I also need to start thinking about my plans for tomorrow. Figure out where I'm gonna go. Because I'm not really sure, to be honest. I kind of like not having a plan when I travel. Like I explained in the last video, I like having a little bit of a plan, but not too much. And so like I had the first night planned, I had last night planned. That was a definite. And then the night before, I had gotten this recommendation for the campground that I'm going to now from a friend, so I'm heading there. But after that, I don't really know where I'm going. I know I have to be back by a certain day, and so I've got a little bit less than a week, and so I can go pretty far, I think. I just have to make my way back. I just can't really stay places for too long because I have such a long distance to go. So really it's like one night here, a 4-hour drive, one night here, a 4-hour drive. That's kind of what I envision the rest of this trip being, but that's okay. I mean, I get to see a lot of things, and you know, honestly, like if I would have stayed in the campsite last night for another night or two, like what would I have done really? You know, camping by myself is great, but also like there's not much to do. I can go on the hike longer, I can, you know, sit and listen to the birds, I can listen to an audiobook, but yeah, so I kind of don't want to stay in any place more than one night, really. And that's kind of a safety thing too. I don't really want anyone knowing where I am or where I'm gonna be or come back to see if I'm still there or anything like that. So, yeah, I think that's kind of the plan, but after tonight, where I'm going tomorrow, I do not know. But that's half the fun, so come along for the ride. Alright, here's the leaving Colorado sign. I'm officially in Utah. Woo! My GPS just did a welcome to Utah. Yay! I haven't been to Utah in a minute. I'm excited. Alright, well, not much to see yet. It's very open and... oh, that was some roadkill. You didn't need to see that. Okay. Well, other than the roadkill, lots of brown open spaces. So, alright, check in when there's more to see. There's a guy biking right there. This is like the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out here. Like, where does he start and where does he end? Does he just die in the middle? That's crazy. That's hardcore. Ooh, what a temperature change. This is toasty. Beautiful. All right, making some lunch in the back of the car. Bon appetit. Sunflower butter, apple, banana sandwich. All right, back on the road. Also update, when I pulled over to eat lunch and go to the bathroom, my Google Maps stopped working. And like a dummy, I didn't download it when I had service. And so now I can't pull it up again to figure out how to get to that campsite. So I'm really hoping that when I get closer into Moab that I will have some cell phone service and I can get back on Google Maps and figure out how to get to that campsite. Lessons learned, lessons learned. Wow. I am here. At least I'm in Moab. I'm not at the campsite yet, but wow, this is beautiful. I'm like, I guess not quite in there yet. I mean, I kind of am, but like I can see way more rock features over there, and holy smokes, I love it. Definitely in Toyota and Jeep country, that is for sure. I am with my people. got a glimpse of service, so I pulled over to try and see if I could download it. It went away very quickly, but look at how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh. It's so hot and sunny. Okay. Still don't have service. However, I did kind of remember a little bit of where I was going, because I took a screenshot before I lost service. And so I knew approximately what turn I needed to take. And so when I got to that turn, there was a sign that had a map of the area. Boom! So I know-ish where I'm going. At least I have a picture of the map. So that's something. But when I read that sign, I also learned that there is a fire ban in this area. So no campfire again tonight. Very unfortunate. I do love campfires. But I'm in no mood to burn down a beautiful state. So I will oblige. Woo! I've got service again. Good. I went up in elevation on the route that I should be taking, and I finally got service when I went up in elevation. And I'm glad that I got it, because when I pulled up the map and like put in the directions, it said I'm still 35 minutes away, and I felt like I was much closer than that. So if I didn't have the GPS, I'd be like wondering, oh my god, did I miss it? I don't know, but yeah, I'm still 35 minutes away. 9.3 miles, but 35 minutes. So we're going, but my goodness, this is beautiful. Woo! So you know that feeling you get when you're like, maybe I'm not going the right way. That's kind of how I feel right now, because this is just going on forever. Like, my friend said it was off the beaten path, and it's usually not very busy because of that, but like, this is just really far away, and this terrain also doesn't look like Moab, so I don't know. My GPS says I'm 13 minutes away, so I'm gonna just go the rest of it and see what's at the end of the GPS coordinates, and it's probably fine, but this is gonna be a whole heck of a long drive back if this is not where I'm supposed to be going, which is frustrating. But I believe he also said that not everyone can make it up here because of the roads and like maybe needing four-wheel drive. And so luckily the RAV4 is pretty beastly when it comes to this stuff. You kind of wouldn't expect it, but it's a really good car. There's been a couple moments where it got a little bit rough. I turned on the rock and dirt, and it's crushing it. But yeah, if you were in like a sedan or something, I'm not so sure. Getting pretty though. It is kind of feeling like I might be going in the right direction now. No way I'm bringing the trailer up here, that's for sure. No, thank you. This is off-road only. And the trailer's hardy, but she's not gonna be off-roading. Oh, Ravioli, I'm so proud. You're doing great. 5 minutes. Almost feels like I should stay here for more than one night, because I took forever to get up here. But I think it's gonna be worth it. I looked at some pictures, and it is. Aha! Found it. Found the turnoff area. I would say this is needing some higher clearance. I think Ravioli can do it, but might need a new air filter after this. Man, I haven't seen a soul in a really long time, so I bet you there's like very little people here. I am getting here late in the day, but oh, technical. Wow. Okay. I did it. Nice. Ravioli's such a beast. I missed this car. Holy smokes, he wasn't kidding. Because yeah, not everyone can make it up go up a different trail, but it just looks a bit too technical for ravioli, and I just really don't want to get stuck by myself. So I did find a spot. It's not what I was hoping for, because I think you can camp right on the rim. So I'm gonna walk up there and just see if there's any other way that I can get up there that's not as technical. But I do have a spot, so that's good. At least I'm here for the night, but I might go find another one and move. But at least I'm here for now, so good. All right, yeah, definitely no way ravioli's getting up here. But wow, like if I could camp up here, holy smokes. I got a breath from hiking up. But look at this. Like, I feel so small. It's crazy. And one wrong move. I'm like very much on the edge of a cliff right now. Wow. That is a beautiful view. This is the road I would have to get up in Ravioli to get up to that view. This, I think I could probably do. There's a part up here that, I don't know, I feel like it's just asking to break something underneath. So up here is the part that I don't think Ravioli could do for sure. Like, that, I don't know if that really is any reference, but it's pretty technical, I think is the off-roading term. See, like, I don't even know if you can really tell. Too intense. If I had more experience, maybe, but I don't. And I'm by myself, so I don't want to get stuck. Or even worse, break something. Maybe when the Forerunner's up and running. So, anyways, this is camp for the night. No campfires, so that's got a flag in it. Ooh, there's a little lizard. And then that's where I've got the car parked. I also get a little bit of cell phone service here, which is nice because, well, A, for safety, that's good, but B, I'll be able to research where I'm going tomorrow, which I have not done yet, so that's good. These people at the campsite next to me are having a drunken political talk. All right, I pretty much got camp set up. I just sat down and had a drink for a minute. I'm gonna get started making dinner. I think it's just gonna be a pretty chill night. Yeah, looking forward to it. This campsite's not as good as last night. It's kind of noisy, but it'll be fine. So on the menu for tonight, we've got some ravioli made with impossible meat. Never tried it before, but I'm very excited about it. And then some sun-dried tomato pesto. So this is how I've got the camp set up for the night. Nothing too fancy, but it'll do. So in my last video, I really talked about like why I'm doing this solo, but I realized that I didn't talk much about why I'm doing this now and like how I'm kind of starting to pursue a more nomadic life. So I do plan on being gone for most of the summer, and whether that's car camping or flying to Florida, which I'll talk about later, or going on the month-long road trip, I plan on not being home very much. And that's kind of me starting what I hope is a long-term thing. I really would like to go full-time nomadic. This is the way that I start doing that. So I've got big plans for the future. I do plan on putting it on YouTube, so I hope you stick around for that. I just realized that I'm 27 and I'm single and I don't have kids, and I have a job that is flexible enough that I can get out of town and be gone for long periods of time. Still working on the details of that, but I think it's possible. You know, I just realized that where I am in life, I haven't really been moving forward at all. And I realized that the goals that I had for myself were maybe not goals that I put on myself, but more society or other people put on me. Like, oh, you should go buy a house because you're a realtor. Or, oh, you should go get married because you're 27 and you should start having a family or whatever. Like, those goals aren't really my goals. And so I had an honest conversation with myself that I needed to start living for me. And so that's kind of why I decided to really start pursuing the nomadic life. It comes very naturally to me, and I think it was just a matter of giving myself permission to do it. So there's a lot of details I need to figure out on how to make it actually happen, and it probably won't happen until this fall at least. Maybe longer, I don't know. I have to figure out the real estate stuff, build a team so that my clients are still very well taken care of when I'm not physically there. I think the service could be even better than just me being physically here, because I'd be able to handle all the digital stuff. Someone else would be able to handle all the on the ground stuff. So I don't know. I'm working on building a team so that we can make that happen. I also have my cats. I do have 5 cats, so they don't know it yet, but they are likely going to be nomadic as well. That's a big reason why I want the trailer, so that they can come with me. It is a smaller trailer, but I think they'll be all right. They're used to being in a small space. We live in a small space right now, about 300 square feet, so they're used to that. I think a couple of them are going to thrive and love it. A couple of them might be a little more skittish, but I think overall the life for them will be better, because they'll be with me 24/7 instead of only seeing me when I'm home from work or getting ready for bed, or, you know, watching TV before bed or whatever. I think they'll see me more. They'll also see more things. One of them I think is really going to enjoy hiking. I'm going to try putting him in a harness, and I think he's going to love that. So I know it's not conventional, but I would never get rid of them. I would never rehome them. When I adopted all of them at various times, I used to be very involved in animal rescue. And when I adopted all of them, I made a promise that, you know, they're with me until the end of their life. And so I'll keep that promise. If I hold out on traveling like I want to until I don't have any cats, then that could be another 10 years and I'll be 37. And I just can't do that. And so if there's a will, there's a way. I can make it work. Sitting at home, just twiddling my thumbs in my career, doing whatever I do to fit in with society just does not feel right to me. Does not feel fulfilling. Does not set my soul on fire. Does not make me excited to get up in the morning. And so I really need to start focusing on the things that do make me happy and do set my soul on fire and do make me excited to get up in the morning. And yeah, there's a lot of big things coming up. A lot of things need to happen, but I'm excited for it. So I hope you guys are too. I do appreciate you watching. Yeah, thank you. All right, there's dinner. There's no way I can or should eat all that, but looks yummy. Non-alcoholic IPA. Really good. I'm figuring out my route for tomorrow, and I'm stumped because tomorrow's kind of the deciding day, because the route I take tomorrow will kind of decide where I go the rest of the trip. So, plan A. I spend all my time in Utah, and I go see all the 9,000 things that Utah has to offer. And then I head back up north, maybe through Salt Lake, and then back to Colorado or something. That's plan A. And B is head to western Utah tomorrow, stay in western Utah tomorrow night, then head down to the Grand Canyon, stay in the Grand Canyon the following night, and then head east over to New Mexico, and then head north. Plan C is heading south out of Moab tomorrow down to Arizona, and then over to New Mexico, and then up north. So I don't know if New Mexico's still on fire, but I know that New Mexico was very on fire. And I also got a notification from my map that the route, if I take from Moab south to Arizona tomorrow, that might also be affected by a wildfire. And then, so I don't really want to be camping around a wildfire. I don't want to be camping where it's smoky. So that's something to consider. I think my gut is telling me to stay in Utah and go see all the 9,000 things that Utah has to offer. So that's a bummer because I really do want to see Arizona and I really would love to go back to Santa Fe. But I think logistically, because I'm on a tight timeline, I think all I can manage is Utah. So yeah, I guess that's what we're doing tomorrow. There's a lot of national parks around Moab that I would like to visit. And so I think I might just stick around Moab tomorrow and find another campsite around Moab. Maybe one with a shower. And I also have to get ice and a few other things in town. And I would also like to maybe start working on the first video of this trip and maybe get that posted here in a couple days while I'm still on the trip. So if I could find like a coffee shop in Moab, that would be helpful. And from there, the day after tomorrow, probably start heading west in Utah, do some other things. I think I'm probably gonna leave you guys here. I don't know what else to really film tonight other than me like getting ready for bed and just chilling, because I think that's probably all I'm gonna do is just chill for the rest of the night. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys here and I will pick you back up in the morning, and that'll be in the next video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for coming back. Yeah, please like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you have any recommendations for things I should see while I'm in Utah, put them down below. Subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you can be notified when the next video comes out. And yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate you. I will see you next time. I hear a drone at sunset. Is there a YouTuber around?